Dr. Frank Vigiano back with a look at what's cool for school. You had so many great products last time. Of course, we can never get to them all, but it's good to have you back.
Well, thanks. It's always great to be with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you know what happens when you get to school? There's obviously things that you've forgotten, or
Yes.
you look, you have a class, you say, gee, I really need this, I need that. So we brought some things that we felt that people, you know, are going to be looking for even though school started.
Wonderful. Okay, so tell me where we start.
All right, this is probably the hottest tablet. This is the Nexus 7. It's by Asus.
And this is the one that Google's
right,
company created?
Right, this is a Google platform here, exactly. And I'll just basically bring it awake a little bit so our audience can see what it looks like. The beauty of the product, Christine, is that it's 7 inches diagonal, which is nice, so it's a 7-inch screen. It has the 4.1 Jelly Bean software in it. And what does that mean?
Yeah.
It has the latest software, so you can do all sorts of things with it. It's amazing some of the things that you can do, including voice typing.
Oh, wow.
So you can basically press the microphone, and you can type through your speech, your emails, text messages, anything.
Have you tried it?
Yeah,
How
it's
accurate
very cool.
is it?
Very good.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
screw up that often?
No, it doesn't.
Really?
Now, if you're
See, I have a hard time believing those things.
Well, I'll let you borrow it. You
Okay,
can try it.
I want to
What's
try
neat
it.
about it, though, is the fact that you have these capabilities. So someone who, you know, could have even some, let's say, ambidextrous situations where they can't type or it's too small. Because a lot of people say, gee, the keyboards on the virtual units are small.
Right.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a very cool technology.
Well, and it's a lot smaller than an iPad.
It is, yeah.
But it's more
and
like
it's only $199.
Kindle Fire. $199, that's a great deal.
It's amazing.
Okay.
When you consider the price of an iPad. And up to 9 hours of battery life.
Now, does that one do video or photos?
It does. It does
does.
video, it does photos, it does just about anything you could ask a tablet to do.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So anybody who you know, is looking for something inexpensive, and I know all of us, you know, children want them, and you can't afford iPads because they're very expensive. This is a wonderful alternative.
And it fits in your purse too. I like
does.
that for women. It's
very,
small
very
enough.
small. Yeah.
Okay.
It's by Asus, and it's called Nexus 7.
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right. What's this?
The next product we're going to look at are phones, and the phones are really critical today because everybody has one. We buy them.
Well, it's more than a phone nowadays.
Yeah, it's more than a phone.
It's a little computer, basically.
Right, and this happens to be the new Razr Max. This is by Motorola, and it's a Verizon product. I'll just stand up there so our audience can see it. The benefit here of the product is that it's 4G LTE. Now that means long-term evolution. 4G is what everybody's going to be buying. The new iPhone that comes out,
faster speed,
right?
4G.
The new iPhone that comes out tomorrow will be 4G.
Oh, wow.
Faster speed. It's going to be more world adoptive, meaning when you travel, you're going to be able to have and use that phone. People, you know, and this also comes with a SIM card. One of the first times ever that a Verizon product comes with a SIM card. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Travel to Canada, travel to Europe, you pop a card into the unit, and now you can use your own phone.
Oh, wow. So if you're big on international travel, that's a good one.
It's huge, yeah. And I think the biggest thing about the Max, two things I love about it, is that it has what's called Gorilla Glass by Corning. It is literally indestructible.
Oh,
so
man,
you don't need to
that's
put a
great, too.
screen protector on it anymore.
Really?
Right, and the back of it has Kevlar. I'll show the back so our audience can see it. But the back of it has Kevlar, which means if you drop it, see, it's very, very sturdy and strong.
Wow.
So it's going to resist a lot of drops and a lot of different.
That's also great if you have kids or you're traveling and the chance for falling and breaking.
Absolutely, and the batteries, that's why they call it the
Okay, so
Max.
that's also $199.
Right. 2 days of battery.
Whoa, you
So
don't
it
have
has
to
the
charge it for 2
longest
whole days?
battery life in the industry at this point, but you know how things change, and
That
as
is
manufacturers
great.
come
Okay,
out,
so that's
why
the
people
new
love
Droid
it.
Razr
New Droid Razr Max.
Max.
Right.
Okay, fantastic.
Great. Now, people need keyboards, and oftentimes they're working, and we get tethered with wires. Logitech is basically introduced this keyboard. It's fairly new. This is the Graffiti collection, and what's nice about it, it's wireless.
Graffiti because of the
Yeah.
cute designs.
Right.
Those
Isn't that-
are cool.
Aren't they cool?
I like that.
And of course, they
And
come
so
in a
it's
lot of different.
wireless. You can use it with pretty much any kind of computer?
Any kind of computer, and the reason being there's a little tiny adapter that you plug into the USB port, and it accepts the keyboard signal automatically, and the benefit too is that you don't have to really charge that battery for probably close to 3 years. The battery inside the keyboard has a battery, so it communicates.
That
Isn't it
is
neat?
great.
But it does it wirelessly, $29.95. Can you imagine these kind of products are at this price point
That
now?
is amazing, yeah.
Yeah, so people are looking for keyboards. Logitech makes some great stuff.
Wonderful.
And they also have 6 hotkeys, which means that you automatically choose a key to do something in particular. And they have 12 what they call F keys, so you can find them. Find them easy.
Nice. Oh, that sounds great. So shortcuts too.
Shortcuts as well.
Okay. Now what's
All right.
this thing?
Moving along, I get more calls and more emails about this from our audience than any one problem. I have internet in my home, but when I go to my kitchen or I go to the bedroom, I lose signal.
Yes, wireless does not seem to be
Right.
everywhere.
And the problem with that is that most of the companies who put the wireless routers in, or your modem and your router combination, they're just not long range.
Okay.
So this is a high-powered product. It's by Amped Wireless. It's their newest product. It's won an award. It is the strongest in the world.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
you can put this in a 10,000 square foot home, Christine, and go to the basement, go to the yard.
Really?
Go upstairs to the attic and still maintain an incredible wireless
So
signal.
does this replace your router or in addition to?
Good question, in addition to.
Okay.
Right, so your router's there. Now what this does is you literally marry this into your wireless system in your home.
Okay.
And now you have the capability of going anywhere in the house and maintaining
Wow.
wireless signal. So wonderful for
Yeah,
phones.
we had that problem too.
Everybody has a
yeah,
problem.
So
and
179.
179, and the thing is really nice. Think about it this way. It covers the size of a baseball diamond.
Oh my gosh, that's a big area.
10,000 square feet, which is really
That's
cool. And that's probably the
fantastic.
neatest thing. And of course, it's ideal for game and Blu-ray players and so forth. But the thing I like about it, see the antennas? They actually, there's two of them there. So they basically have two options to send the signal out. So you're certainly
Wonderful.
sure of getting something.
Okay, now these look like part of our fashion segment.
Yeah, they're,
what are these?
I'll let you hold them up. They're kind of cute. They're made by MAXELL. They're really neat. They're basically, everybody needs USB drives, what they refer to sometimes as the thumb drive, and there's different types. There's ones that rotate, and there's ones that actually just are protect. But the key here is buy from a manufacturer that you know makes a good quality product. Everybody needs thumb drives. It's kind of a staple. Now, the mouse is really cool. Notice the different flavors. Look at the different colors. Isn't that great?
They're so cute.
Aren't they
And the
adorable?
pink,
And children
snake
love them. And this,
skin.
see,
Oh,
here's
yeah.
the little USB
So these
adapter.
are wireless.
Wireless. This goes into the USB
I
slot.
see, and that's how it connects.
Right, and it's for PC or Mac, doesn't really matter.
Okay.
The thing that's really neat is it's got a great distance on it, 3-key button with scroll, and it has the micro USB adapter as I mentioned, but they're so much fun. You know, kids love this stuff.
They're really cute.
Aren't they
and
cute?
how much did you say those were?
They run in, they're $19.99 for the
Oh,
mouse.
cute.
Yeah. And
Very
$8,
cool.
yeah. Now this is
Okay.
great. This is by Edifier.
Whoa, this is funky.
Yep, it's called the Luna 5. I am going to turn it on. And
Is
let's
it a
hope.
speaker?
Yep,
Whoa, you.
we always.
Oh my gosh. The song, of course, you would bring.
Exactly.
The song of the summer.
Isn't that nice though?
I love
and
it.
the
It's
quality of
great
the music is
sound.
amazing. And look at the style.
It's very futuristic looking.
It's a 5-speaker system, all in one unit. Incorporates,
Oh, wow.
a 5.5-inch woofer, 2.5-inch mid-range. But the
They're
beauty
all
is
wrapped in there.
right. And your iPhone or basically your iPhone or
Your iPod or
or
whatever.
anything like that, right, will dock into it, which is
Okay.
kind of nice. So it'll take any of the iPod products. But the
Okay.
quality of the music, I think, is the biggest thing.
Yeah,
it's just amazing.
That's
how
wonderful, and
how
it's
good.
small. It's so compact.
It's
okay,
very
$250
small.
for that.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, and then
Okay.
tell me about these
Okay,
fun
this
little
duct
things.
tape. This is fun. Now look at this. This is the
My kids
Hello,
have been
Hello
asking for
Kitty.
this, but I've never seen Hello Kitty.
Look at
duct
that.
tape,
See? Yep.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Look down here at
mustaches,
Spider-Man. Different
Spider-Man.
colors, and this
That
happens
is
to be Penn State's.
adorable.
But that's the nice thing
Oh,
about it. These are
cool.
all made by
Is this
by
all
duct
part
tape,
of it too?
right? And that's part of it too.
Oh,
Those are
cute.
basically, in other
Just
words,
in sheets.
yeah, just sheets. What the nice thing about it is more than 100 colors. They're fun. They have licensing for every school
Yeah.
that's out there. So if you need it, but it holds. People use it all the time. It's a staple in our
Yeah.
society. And for
That's
$4,
fun.
$5 a roll. I mean, it's perfect for personalizing textbooks
Right.
and supplies and things like that.
Cool. We got time for one more.
Okay, this is the Goal Zero by Nomad. Really cool product. What I love about this, look at this, Christine. This is solar. This is a solar
What does
cell.
it do?
So what you do is you charge it.
Okay.
Either in the wall or in the cigarette lighter.
Okay.
Okay. Now you take this with you, whether you're camping, driving, whatever, and it will power all of your devices, phone,
Oh, so it
tablets.
acts like a battery, basically.
Exactly, it's exactly what it's
Oh.
and what it does, a solar cell harnesses the energy and it stores it in the battery pack, which is here. See? So that battery pack,
So then, how do you charge? I mean, how do you plug things into this?
well, you notice there's USB here.
Oh, I
See the USB, and we'll show
Okay.
our audience so they
Yeah,
can see that.
Yeah.
See that little USB plug?
Okay.
So anything with USB, and that's everything today, you literally can get an adapter that will go from USB to whatever product you have.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that amazing?
That is very unusual. I never would have thought of solar that way.
Exactly.
Awesome. All right, well,
Right.
we've got a fun story to
We
tell
do.
our viewers because you've got a special guest with us today. If he
I
can come
do.
on down, this is Frank also, is that right?
Yes, this is
Well,
Frank
you're-
Ranella.
Okay.
Yep.
Frank, come on
up.
up.
Frank. There
Tell
you
us how
go.
you know Frank. There's a special connection to your dad. Tell
Correct.
us.
Well, I was in Las Vegas doing TV the way I do here for KDK, and Frank happened to see the news, right?
Right.
And you heard Dr. Frank Vigiano, his ears perked up and said, oh my goodness, could this be related to Dr. Frank Vigiano, who I met in McKeesport Hospital when my dad was an intern and Frank was a soda jerk in McKeesport, correct?
So when was this? In what year?
1940.
Oh my goodness, at McKeesport Hospital, you were a soda jerk. So who was the Dr. Frank you knew?
That was this gentleman's father.
Oh my goodness. And you were a photo
I
you
was a
love
nut with a camera when I was
I didn't want to call you a nut, but you did call that yourself in the email.
Right.
So we've got some photographs, I understand, that you took of Frank's
Right.
dad. Is that right?
That is correct.
And so you would take these at the hospital, is that right?
And actually, this is a video. Look at this.
that. So Frank, this is your dad?
1940. Look at the quality. Christine,
my
what I did, I
goodness, that's
digitized it.
amazing.
Isn't that incredible? I digitized it. And I mean, how priceless is this?
Oh,
To see
man.
him on video, and before I was even born, he was 26 years old at the time.
And you had never seen these before?
Never seen these before.
Did you even know they existed?
I know, I didn't even know, and Frank was trying to find our family, someone from our family for years, and he had almost given up, and here he sees me on television, calls me on my cell phone the following day because he got my number from the studio, and the rest is history. We met that next morning at the hotel in Las Vegas. He brought over a briefcase, but look at these photos.
Look
It's my
how
dad in the front with
great.
all the different interns.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that great? I mean,
Isn't that neat?
Yeah, there's some neat stuff. There's some pretty cool photos. We got a few more to show.
Yeah.
But the neat thing, now look at that. He's resting and he's on call. So he's resting. But you know, when our family saw these, well, it was just too much. I mean,
Well, I
and then
bet.
to make the connection with Frank after all these years, and he was so diligent in trying to find us, and
neat.
it was supposed to be, isn't that great?
What was it like for you to finally be able to give him these special
It
memories?
was exciting, very exciting, because I tried for many years. And finally, when I heard that name, Frank Vigiano, on the news broadcast, I said, boy, maybe he's related.
Did you see the family resemblance a little bit?
Similar, yes.
Yeah.
Very
And
close.
so you're back in town for your birthday, is that right? 90
That-
years old?
that
Happy
is-
birthday.
Thank you so much.
That is wonderful. Well, it's great to have you back and sharing your stories. Frank, thanks for
It was
telling
great.
us
Thanks,
that. It's
Christine.
always
Yeah, we
neat to
appreciate
see
it. Thank you and Jill
your
and Jill,
history,
everybody.
and thank you for sharing that with us. That's really
Thanks
neat.
so much.
All right, so watch for Dr. Frank here every month. He's got the latest products to make our lives easier, and you can find out more about today's products online. We have the details posted for you at kdka.com/PTL.